Hi, I'm Shannon from ETSU Online, and I'm going to show you how to view your live streaming class with your web browser and Cisco Webex Training Center. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is open our Desire to Learn page. Right now we're looking at the ETSU home page, and you'll find the D2L link right there. You're going to click it, and that's going to take us to our D2L page. You can also type elearn.etsu.edu, and that will take you directly to your D2L page. My D2L page will look a little bit different. It's an admin page, but all the pieces are in the same place. So you can either click this link right here, or you can go up to the pull down and select a course. That takes us to our class D2L page. Yours will look a little different. You'll have some more class related stuff. For our purposes, all we want to pay attention to right now is the Webex live streaming box. Let's look at the parts of the box. The first part is technical support information. If you followed this tutorial and you're still having trouble, or if you have something that's out of the ordinary, you can go to the e-learning technical support page. You'll find more tutorial videos. You can search your knowledge base. You can look up guides. If none of that helps, you can submit a request by entering this information in as much detail as possible, and we'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. Be sure to check that email. We're going to try to respond to you within 24 hours to get that resolved. Okay, back on our D2L page. The next section is this tutorial video. You're already watching it. And then here's the class information. Title of the class, the instructor name, the date the class was first created, the time that the class meets every session. That's very important. The class will come up, quote, quote, as we call it. That means Webex will open for people to log in 15 minutes before the class. So for this example class, 9:45, the Webex will actually be available about 15 minutes earlier, so we'll call it 9:30. You'll be able to log into the Webex, test your audio, test your video, make sure that everything's ready so that when you actually connect, probably about 9:48 to the instructor, you'll be ready to go. The session number and session password are provided mainly for mobile users. If you use the Webex mobile app, you'll need the session number and the password. We're going to use the password anyhow, but the session number particularly is for the apps. And now here are the instructions to join the training session. Now let's skip. We'll get back to that. To join the session by phone only, you have two options. You can call into the conference. There's also another way to have the conference call you. That's the way that we recommend, because if you call into the conference using this right here, then they're not going to be able to see your identity if there's roll being taken through the conference attendance list. But more on that a little bit later. Okay, to join the training session, first we're going to go to this link, then we're going to enter our name and the email address. Now the name needs to be your full name. A lot of times this is how instructors will be taking roll, so you want that to be a name that is associated with their roll sheet. We'll enter the password, HIST1000, click Join Now, and then follow the instructions that appear on the Webex screen. So let's click on the link. This is going to take us to our Training Center login screen. This is where we have to enter our full name. And our full email address. And that session password from our D2L page. Now we're going to need that. HIST1000. Obviously, the password will be different for each class. And now we're going to hit Join Now. Downloading the app will take a little bit longer the first time. And now the training center will come up like this. Now you see me. For demonstration purposes, that's where you're going to see your instructor. Normally, you're not going to see yourself. We actually request that you do not turn on your cameras. Now, let me explain right up front. This is the attending class me. This is your version. This is where you're going to be. This is the instructor me. So the D means that I'm a student. Without the D means I'm the instructor. The first thing you're going to see is the audio conference selection. We want to test our speaker and microphone and use the computer for audio. We can use the phone. I'll show you that in just a minute. First, we want to test our speaker and microphone. We can see that the microphone is bouncing pretty good, so I'm all right with that. And up here, we want to test our speakers to make sure that we can hear. Sure enough, we can hear that tone. You can set the volume to automatically adjust. For my purposes, I'm going to leave it as is, but feel free to click that if you think it makes for a better experience. So now we have another selection, use phone. You can call me at a new number or I will dial in. If you dial in, that's what I was talking about earlier, your name will show up here as call-in user and you may not be counted present. If you call me at a new number and have the conference dial out to you, this will remember the name that you logged in as and it will call you on your phone and you can hear all the audio from the conference. And you just hit the call me and it'll start dialing. But as we recommend, using computer for audio is the way to go. So I'm going to click on that, and now I'm going to hear an echo because obviously I'm sending my own audio to myself. What you want to do immediately to avoid sending your audio into the conference is click this button right here. That is the mute button. That prevents your audio from going out to the conference and anything that you do not want to hear from being broadcast to everyone in it. Let's look at the windows real quick. Up here is our participant window. This is where you're going to see your instructor. You can click this button and that will take you to full screen. Hi again. You can mute and unmute from here. And up here there's a little ribbon that will allow you to bring down the chat window, the participants list, and any question and answers that may be going on during the training session. Let's go back by hitting return. Again, here is our participant area, here is our chat. You can choose the recipient of your chat right here. It'll list participant by name, and so you'll be able to send messages to each individual participant. And you'll get an audio feedback for that. These little buttons are just kind of quick ways to communicate in the participant list. If you have a question, you can raise your hand, put your hand down, you can say yes, you can say no, and then there's also some emoticons that you can put up here. Let's go with a cup of coffee. As an instructor, I want you to see my computer, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to share. Now I'm sharing my desktop with you. You can see women's sports, and you'll see immediately whatever I have in this window. Again, notice you've gone to kind of a full screen. I'm up here anytime you need your chat, your participant list. Oops. It's kind of attached to the video. You can also annotate, but you have to get special permission from the host, which would be the instructor. And of course the Q&A. You can unmute at any time. You can also change your audio. If you're having trouble with your computer audio, you can go back to phone. All that's available right here on the little ribbon. To go back, just go up here to the ribbon, hit return. That takes you back to the main screen. That'll give you access to this menu up top with a variety of options. So return goes back, and then you can return to sharing. These have been the very basic steps of using the Training Center. I hope that you have an easy time logging in and a good semester. I'm Shannon from ETSU Online. Good day.